Welcome to 4 Dimension Infotech. In the last sessions, we have seen that the collection framework theoretically. But now, today we will learning about the collection framework practically. So, let's see. So, in the collections, we have seen the three interfaces, list interface, set interface and map interface. Now, for the list, we will see the program for the array list. Okay, this is the program is about storing a list of fruit using the Java in the array list. Now, we are using the ArrayList class, which is the part of the collection framework. We added some fruits names to the list. Then, we used a loop to print each fruit in the list. In ArrayList, it is used to store a group of items like shopping list, etc. It allows duplicates item like if we giving the value. For example, for the fruit, I am giving the string as apple twice. So it is allow in the array list. The loops for the array list is used as a for each loop. It is used to go through each fruit one by one and print it. Imagine you are going to the market and you are writing down a list of fruit you want to buy. Example, apple, mango, banana. Okay, again apple maybe for the juice. So you write this list on paper. That paper is like the array list in Java. It holds all your items even if some are repeated. Later, when you are reading the list out loud to check what to buy, that's like using the for each loop to go through the array list and print each fruit. So let's see the program. So here is the code for the array list. So for that, first of all, we have to create here the package. So I have the create the package is com.collection. Okay. Next, here is the class, and I have given the class name is list example. After that, we have to import here the package. So package name is import java.util asterisk. So this is the package. For this array list, I have written the code like that. First of all, I declare here the main method as a public static void main string args. Then list string fruits equal to new array list. So this is the syntax for the writing the code in the array list. Then after fruits dot add, here is the value is given. So fruits is the variable and add is used for the inserting the values. So fruits dot add mango, like that. We are adding the, or we can say that we are inserting the values data in the array list. After that, I have taken here the for each loop. So for each loop can be written in the form string fruits, and here will be the output of the fruits will be print. So let's try what will be the output for this. We will run as Java applications, and here we will get the output as same which we are inserted in it. Okay, it means we know that in array list, okay, we know that in array list there is the duplicates are allowed. So here the duplicate values like apple, okay, which is allowed. Second one example for the linked list. So let's see. This program shows how to use the linked list in Java to store and manage the numbers. We created a linked list of integers called numbers. We added numbers into the list. 10 and 20 are added normally at the end. 5 is added at the beginning using the add first method. 30 is added at the end using add last method. Then we printed the whole list. So first of all, what is linked list? A linked list is like a chain of boxes where each box stores a values and knows where the next box is. You can easily add or remove items from the beginning, middle or end. For that, imagine you are managing a queue of people standing in a line. First, two people join at the end, that is 10, then 20. Suddenly, a VIP 5 joins at the front. Another person is 30, join at the end. Now the line looks like this 5, 10, 20, 30, just like that. Linked list manages this insertion easily, whether at the front, at the middle, or at the end. So this is the code for the linked list. So let's see. Here I have created the packages com.collection and I have inserted the packages import java.util package. Linked list example is the class name and here is the public static void main string args is the main method. For the linked list, we have to write the syntax like that. Linked list integer number equal to new linked list. Same for the inserting the values, we have to write numbers dot add and here the value is given. So number is the variable. Okay, so numbers dot add is the method which is used for the inserting the values in the linked list. Now here numbers dot add 10 20. Okay, after that numbers dot add first is 5 and numbers dot add last is 30. It means add first method is used for inserting at the beginning and add last 30 which is used for inserting at the end. Okay, so here will be the output for this. Let's see. Run a Java application, we will get the output like this 5, 10, 20, and 30. So add first means first of all 5, next 10, 20, and add last means 30. Okay, so this is the code for the linked list. Next one is the set interface. We know in the set interface there is the hash set. So hash set is a set that doesn't allow the duplicates. It does not maintain any orders of the elements at it. Output order may vary. Best when you want to store only unique items at that time you can use the hash set. Imagine you are making a guest list for a party. You start writing down the names, okay, XYZ. But since it's a guest list, you don't want names repeated. So the final list will be is done. Okay. So this is exactly how hash set works. It ignores the repeated names. Okay. So this is the code for the hash set. This program shows how to use a hash set to store a group of names. A set is a collection that does not allow the duplicate values. We created a hash set called names. We added three names here like Ravi, Amit, and then again is Ravi. So Ravi, this is the name is duplicate. This is the duplicate. But only unique names will be stored. So the second Ravi will be ignored. Then we use a for each loop to print all the names in the set. Okay. So for that we have create here the package, import package, class name, main method. After that the syntax for this. Then here we are inserting the values. This value is the duplicate and here is the for each loop for this. Okay, so let's see what will be the output for this. Run at Java application. Here we will get the only two outputs. We get the name as Ravi and Amit. Second one, Ravi name is duplicate. That's why it is ignored by the hash set. Next one is link hash set. What is link hash set? It is like a hash set, but it does not allow the duplicates. But unlike hash set, it keeps the order in each elements were added. So when you print it, the elements will appear in the same order you inserted them. Okay. Imagine you are making a list of animals you saw in a zoo in the order you saw them. For example, first you have seen that cat, dog, then next elephant. So you don't want to write the name animal twice and you want to remember the order in which you saw them. That exactly what a link hash set does. Okay, so let's see the code for this. This program uses a link hash set to store a list of animal names. A set stores unique values only. There will be the no duplicates are allowed. Link hash set is a special type of the set that remembers the order in which you added the elements. We added three animals cat, dog, and elephant. Then we printed the animal set. So, what will be the output for this? For that, first of all, we have to understand how to write this code. First of all, for that, we have to create the package, then import package. Okay, so here I have imported the package is import java.util package, then given the class name as a link hash set example. After that the main method, in main method I have written the code for this link hash set. This is the syntax for the link hash set. And for adding the values, I have written like that animals dot add, and here are the values like cat, dog, and elephant. So those three values I have inserted. So let's see what will be the output for this. Run as Java application. Here we will get the output like cat, dog, elephant. Okay, so this is the code for the link hash set. Next is tree set. It's having the unique elements and it is automatically sorted. There also no duplicates are allowed. It is good when you want to both uniqueness and sorted output. At that time you can use tree set. Imagine you are collecting mark of students in a test. A student, for example, a student scored 30, another score is 10, another one score is 20. So you want to store these marks in sorted order without any duplicates. So you can use the tree set for this, which is automatically keep them sorted. So like 10, 20, 30 like that. You don't need to sort manually. Okay, tree set does it for you with the writing this syntax, correct syntax. Okay, so let's see the code. This program shows how to use a tree set to store and automatically sort the numbers. A tree set is a type of a set that stores only unique values and no duplicates. Also, automatically sorts elements in the ascending order. Okay, for that I have created here the package and given the package name is com.collection. After that I have import here the package import java.util package. Class name given as tree set example. Here is the main method for this, and in that main method we have write this code. Okay, we know that main method is the entry point of the code. So here I write set integer number equal to new tree set. Okay, for adding the values I have write here numbers dot add. Here the given value is 30. Next one value is inserted as 10 and second one is 20. So 30, 10, 20. These are the values which I want to insert in it. So let's see what will be the output for this, which is sorted in the form of ascending order. We get output is 10, 20, and 30. Next is link hash map. Okay. We know what is link hash map. Link hash map can store key value in the pair format. It maintains the insertion order and there the keys are unique. It is useful for things like order, forms, or any data where order matters. Okay. So this is the code for the link hash map. In this program uses the link hash map to store food items and their quantities like an order in a restaurant. A map stores data in a key value pair, key, name of the item in the form of string data type, next value for the quantity in the integer data type. Link hash map is a type of a map. We know that. It keeps the order in which the items were added. It does not allow the duplicate keys. If same key is added again, it will override the old one. Let's see. For the link hash map code, I have created here the first of all package, then import package. Here is the class name as link hash map example. Then this is the main method. This is the syntax for the link hash map, which I have written here map string integer order map equal to new link hash map. So here string and integer, which is in the form of key and pair, which is in the form of pair as key and values. Okay, so for inserting the values in the map we have to use here the put method. So for that I have write here order map put, and here are the values and keys in the pair format. Okay, so what will be the output for this? Let's see. Okay, so this is the output for the link hash map. Next one is link hash map. Here is the hash map example. So this program uses hash map to store the student roll number and their names. A map stored data as key value pair, key for the student roll number in the form of integer data type, values for the student name in the string data type. We know that hash map can store the data with no guarantee order. It has keys must be a unique and values can be duplicated. So let's see. Imagine you are a class teacher and maintaining a student attendance register. At that time, we have to maintain their roll numbers and their name of the student. For example, roll numbers like 101, 102, 103 up to the number of students are there. Okay. So for that, the roll number 101, there is a something name for the student. Okay. Then for the roll number 102, there is something name for the student. Okay. So roll number are the unique ID. Okay. But the name, it can be happen, the names are the duplicates. Same, this can be caused in the hash map. Here, roll numbers are unique. You cannot have two students with the same roll number, but names can be repeated. So let's see this program. Here is the code for the hash map. Okay. Here I have inserted the values for that. These are the roll numbers and these are the names for the student. Okay. Here I write the code for this. So let's see what will be the output for this. Yes. Here we get the output like this. Okay. So this is the output for the hash map example. Last is the tree map. Tree map is a map that does not allow the duplicate keys. We know that it stores the entries in sorted order of the key. It is useful when you need a sorted dictionary or address book type structure. At that time, we use the tree map. Imagine you are making a list of atoms and their popularity scores. Okay. For example, atoms like apple, mango, okay, and their scores like 90, 75, etc. So, when you use a tree map, it automatically rearranges this list by the atom's name. Let's see. Okay, so this is the code for the tree map. For that, first of all, we have to create here the same package, then import the package, create the class with the main method. I have started here the writing the code. So this is the syntax for the tree map, and for adding the values we have to use the put method. So I have write here score map dot put, and here are the values for the in the form of the pairs which having the keys and values. So let's see what will be the output for this. It is sorted by the keys. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so we get the output like this: apple equal to 90, mango 75, zebra 60. So these are the output for this. This is all about the collection framework. In the upcoming video, we will learn about the next module. Until then, keep coding and keep learning.